Okay, so in the previous videos, we learned how to fetch data using get and how to create a data using post. Okay, so in this video, we will learn how to update existing data using put and patch. Okay, so you know that in real time, updating data is very common scenario. Okay, so you know what update is, correct? So update means modifying the data that is already exists in the system. Okay, so here what we need to note down is, in order to update anything, we need to first identify which record to update, correct? So here we call that unique identifier. Okay, so we cannot randomly update anything. We should see, like, if you have 100 records, so first we have to identify which record we want to update, like 50, 60. Okay, so here that number we call identifier. Okay okay so next, before updating, we should check whether the data is present in the database or not. Okay, so first we have to check, so what are all the data we have. Okay, so for that, let us execute this API. Okay, get all products. So here we will get the list of all the products present. Okay, so ID 1 to, so here we have ID 20. Okay, ID 1 to ID. Okay, so 20 we have. So if you want to update anything, we have to choose any one of this data. Okay, so that is first thing. Next, we have to pass that unique identifier in the URL here. Okay okay so I said, in order to update, we have two options. One is we can use put or patch. Okay, but there is a difference. I will tell you that. Okay, so first let us create put request. So you know that either we can click on plus here or we can do duplicate. I'll select duplicate. So here first I'll change the method. So I want to I want to use put method. So I'll select put, and here I'll change the request name. So I will say update product. Update product put. Okay, so then what I have to do, I have to pass the unique identifier I want to update. So put slash, I want to update one. Okay, so you have to enter. Then another important thing about put is it requires complete object. So what complete object is? So here, if I go to create, this is the object. Okay, so in order to use put also, we have to use this complete object. So this is mandatory. Okay, so since I have copied, it is already present. For put, patch and post, we have to send the request body. Okay, so this is called request body, and we have to send, this is mandatory. Okay, so what is the first point? So input, we have to send the complete object. We have to send this complete object. Okay, and it always works on the specific ID, this one. Okay, so here let us get this first product. Okay, and say send. So here the title is, there is something. Okay, so what I want to update is, for the ID one, I want to uh, update the title something and price something. Okay, so let us update that. Here the title, I will say test title sh. So price also I will change. I will say 250, and category let it be, and description also we can change. So product created for API testing was there. But creating for API testing. We will change something. Put request. Okay. So let us hit send button. So what you have to notice is, first thing is, the status code. Okay, so that is 200. Okay, this is fine. Next is here. Okay, response body. So whatever you send, we should get the same. So here the ID 1 we passed, and here we got 1, and title is got updated, and the price it got updated, and here we can see the description also got updated, and category also. Okay, so these are all the things we have to validate. Okay, so since you know that it is not real-time API, we cannot validate in database, but we can validate that. So whatever the data we pass in request body, we got the same thing in response. Okay. Okay, so this is about put. The next is patch. Okay, so first let us save, to save, control S. Okay, so let us create a patch request. So I'll copy the same. I'll change the HTTP method to patch, then request name. So I will say partial update. Okay. Okay, so there is a difference between put and patch. Okay, so in put, we send the complete object, correct? We send the complete JSON object, but here in patch, we don't have to send the entire thing. We just send only what field we want to update. Okay, so here we can update the selected field, but input we update all the fields. Okay, so even though we do not mention it, the other fields get updated, and internally it creates a new data. Okay, so in patch also we have to pass unique identifier. Okay, so like I want to update this to, so I want to update the ID of 2, so here pass the ID 2. Okay, so first let us get the ID 2 and see what is there. And here let us not update everything, let us update only one field. Okay, so let us update only price. Okay, so let us go to patch. Here as I said, we don't have to send the entire object, so we can only send the object we want to update. Okay, so here I want to update only price, so I will keep only price and delete the rest. I'll remove comma. Okay, so price was, let's see once again. Okay, 22.2. So here I'll update with 250. Okay. Okay. Let us hit send. Okay. So here ID is 2 and the price got updated. Okay. So this is about put and patch. Okay. So you know that the only difference is input will send the complete JSON object, but in patch we will send only the field we want to update. That is the difference. And in both we have to send the JSON body, that is mandatory, and we have to pass the unique identifier in the URL. Okay, so that is important in put and patch. The next thing is and from interview perspective, people ask that what is idempotent. Okay, so I'll type it here. They call, why do we call put and post as idempotent? Okay, so they will ask. Okay, so idempotent means, so how many times I'll send this request. Okay, so here see, no matter how many times I send the same request, so here the data is not going to change, it remains the same. Okay, so even for put also it is same. Okay, so put and patch are same. Okay, so it means like no matter how many times I send the same request, the final result remains same. Okay, so that's why we call the put and patch or idempotent. Okay, but in post it is not like that. Okay, in post, so here currently we have id number 20, correct, and we are not passing any id. And if I click on send, the id will be 21. In real time, if I click on send again, the id will be 22. Okay, post is not idempotent because it creates a new data